Hello, everybody. It's Dominique here of www.domdrives.com here at Lakewood Ford in Lakewood, Washington. And today we're doing part two of our How to Buy a Car series. In part one, for those who didn't have a chance to view that video yet, right above this one in the playlist, we touched on discovering what our budget is, getting a general idea about the level of financing that we're able to secure, and then choosing a vehicle that is most in line with what our lifestyle requires of our vehicles. So today we're going to touch on how to choose our manufacturer and then how to choose a dealership, because they're very similar. It's almost one and the same. So when we're choosing our manufacturer, make sure that there's something that particular brand offers that speaks to you, that you value. For example, let's say we'll use Dodge as this example here, and your father was driving a Dodge, and then your mother drove a Dodge, your cousins and all your friends. So growing up, in the back of your mind, you always knew, with what I value, based on what my mother, my father, my friends have shared with me, is going to be in line with what Dodge has to offer, because that's what my family does. Or another example would be, let's say that Ford offers a military incentive, and you are in the military, and you value the fact that, man, I want to do business with a company that values that I've served my country and is willing to treat me as such. Then obviously you're more than likely going to be inclined to do business with Ford in this example, because what they have to offer identifies most closely with what it is that you value. Let's say you're a millennial like myself, and you're looking for a brand that is up with the times and markets their value proposition towards a younger demographic. Then again, you're going to be more inclined to want to do business with them, because your entire experience with their product, from inception of, hey, I'm interested in your product, now I'm interested in buying your product, and now I'm interested in keeping and using your product, every single part of your experience is going to be tailored towards you, because they've spent millions of dollars researching how to speak to this particular demographic, this particular segment. You are their ideal consumer, and they are your ideal brand manufacturer. So again, it just makes more sense to be doing business with someone or something that values the same thing that you do, whose ideologies match yours, whose number one most important thing is in line with your number one most important thing. All right, and secondly, choosing our dealership. So first thing I suggest is, again, discovering what is your number one driven, what matters to you the most. So for example, let's say bottom line is your absolute most important, paramount, this is what I care about. Then you're going to want to do business with the place that advertises the lowest dollar amount, because they're advertising that because that is what they have to offer. If the bottom line, having the lowest price, is what you value the most, then certainly you should consider going to the place that advertises the lowest dollar amount. If being active in the community, being a fixture in your particular city is something of value to you, then naturally, again, you're going to want to find the dealership that has been a fixture in your community, that is actively involved in that particular city, because you care about that, and they advertise and they market their activity, their length of time in this particular community. So again, it's going to be a perfect match of their ideal consumer, and they are your ideal dealership, your ideal business, because their entire value proposition, their entire presentation, their entire process of how they deal with people walking through the door is tailored towards you, because you are who they are speaking to when they're marketing. Another thing, to be frank, as a great point that you should do or consider doing, look online and see what other people have said about their experience at that dealership. So for example, if you're on Yelp, or if you're on DealerRater, or any of those third-party sources that give you the ability to leave reviews, if out of those 25 reviews that were left, 18 people said, well, I went in with this price that was advertised online, and they wouldn't honor it, what do you think the likelihood will be that you experience the same thing? exactly. Another example would be if, to make sure that you are doing business with the right dealership, if ABC Motors is advertising the lowest priced Toyota Corolla, and you have a local dealership that's closer that you'd prefer to do business with because of the convenience, they're advertising that same or similar Corolla at a higher price, then obviously price isn't what their value proposition is. There has to be something more that it is they offer. So, hey, I see this price online that ABC Motors has. Will you guys match it? Will you guys honor it? Now, most likely they will be able to get close to that particular price that's advertised. However, you shouldn't expect them to be able to match it unless their value proposition is in line with what ABC Motors' value proposition is, which is obviously the lowest price. Because they may offer a better service department, they may offer a better sales staff, a better management team, a prettier dealership, a better location. Any one of those reasons could be why they aren't willing to do what the guy next door is willing to do, because the guy next door has less to offer or values something else outside of the bottom line. So, and I know we didn't keep it at 5 minutes here, but those are just a couple of things that you'll want to consider when you are choosing your manufacturer and choosing your dealership. So in part 3, we will get knee deep into my favorite, the one I've been looking forward to the most, of how to get the best deal and how to choose your sales professional going forward and how to make that point of contact. I appreciate you guys viewing, and please like and subscribe, and we look forward to you guys checking us out again. For any other inquiries, please check me out at www.domdrives.com. That's DOMDRIVES.com. We appreciate it very, very much. You guys have a wonderful day.